We have a gator on the move a little bit. He's in the water. Mabel, do you want to tell us what the deal is? Is there a squirrel over there? Good morning. It's our first morning in Huntington Beach State Park, and there's a lot of really good videos on this campground, so I'm not going to really do a campground review, but I thought I'd show you our site. And it's interesting. There's this Dutch Star behind us. It's a beautiful rig, probably 3 times the size of our camper, and outside they've got a floor mat. That's it. So I'll show you walk back to our campground here and show you the melee that's going on. It's like I told Joanne, it's like being at home, like a little bit of a West Virginia look going to. We've got stuff everywhere. So here we go. So we've got our setup, of course, and everybody has these wires set up, but it's a full service site on a concrete pad. We haven't had anything like that in quite a while, but got our bicycles, our gravel and road bikes. We haven't really spent any time outside yet, so we're not too set up, but
what are you doing?
Cooler, taping. I don't have your face in. Bacon, dogs, picnic table. This is a black stone cover, homemade. Boxes of stuff, cords, shoes, rugs.
Showing off little West Virginia?
Yep. Crates of wood, and a rug back here, and stuff. So let me walk back here. I'll show you. I'll look back and show you what it looks like from the back. So, yep. There's our little setup, and I'll sneak over here and try not to be too rude. But and there's our neighbors. They got nothing out. So quite a contrast. I guess if you've got a rig that big and beautiful, you can just spend your time inside. But ours is pretty small, so we've got to get outside and be outside. Peace. Stickers on the side. All right, we've got glass, can, plastic, can, plastic, can, plastic, can, plastic, can, plastic, can, plastic, can, plastic.
Who that man? Who that man? Who is that man?
Snacks and drinks. Like a little girl would be a good snack for him, huh?
Well, maybe that's really slow.
Is that in the ground almost? We have a gator on the move a little bit. He's in the water. Our first morning in the Huntington Beach State Park, and we actually slept well, so no sunrise for us, but it's quite nice, isn't it? Hardly anybody on the beach. I like the shells, funny too.
Got him?
Starfish rescue?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I don't know. He went that way.
Do you do anything in your hand, I mean?
But he kind of flubbled.
leveled?
Yeah. Ready? Sand crab.
Sand crab. These spooky eyes. There's this trail. Out for a Tuesday ride on this trail that's leads from the campground Huntington Beach State Park, but it's not a very good trail. Thankfully, we've got gravel bikes because the path is not good. But we're coming up on an oyster shell return. We're going to take a little picture of. So I think that would be interesting.
Alright, so this is totally interesting. It says remove shell from bags and containers. And then there's a notice on this side that says shells in this enclosure. Well, there's bad English going on here, my opinion. So shells in this enclosure is property of the state of South Carolina. Removal is prohibited. So I think it should say shell in this enclosure are the property of the state, but that's just me. If you're an English major, correct me. But anyway, so you can bring your shells over here, dump them on in. They're going to put them back into the inlet, probably for, you know, reuse.
It helps foster
Yeah.
shells. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is that a lobster over there? Shell?
There are some other things mixed in. So restaurants must bring them over here, probably private individuals.
But why would they
shops.
say it's property? Does that mean it's valuable? This has value?
Yeah, this has value. So maybe somebody else who's trying to propagate an oyster bed, you know, in their little enclave of the inlet might want to come over and grab some shells and throw them in there. I don't know. But I think this is really cool. Now, it does smell a little bit, but environmentally, I'm okay with that.
You gotta stink some to get some.
Exactly. So, fat women need oysters Rockefeller with a nice glass of rosé. Hi guys, it's Joanne. I'm going to try to start giving Carl's videos a little camping cooking corner. On a lot of social media posts, people will talk about what they like or don't like about cooking in a camper, cooking while camping at all. And so I'll share some of my tips and tricks, and I would love for people to post comments on their tips and tricks. And where necessary, I will also ask Carl to post a recipe for you. And so for today, I'm going to start out with one of my favorite go-to meals that's a little fancier than what we might normally do in the camper. But I'm also going to start out with one of the modifications that Carl has recently done for me that I truly enjoy. And that is my knife bar. Now, ironically, this particular knife bar is one I had in my own home. When we bought a new one for the camper, it was a bit too long. It extended all the way back to this corner, and we kind of felt it wasn't as sturdy as we would like it to be for the camper. So we took the one out of my home, put it in the camper, and then took that one and we put it in my home, and it seems to be working just fine. The magnets, excuse me, on this one are lovely. So these knives are so secure, and Carl did put in a little stabilization bar behind here so that it was very securely fastened. But we are on our first night, forgive the pan, see my messy kitchen? We are on our first night here in Huntington Beach State Park in South Carolina, and I don't like to do overly complicated things on our first night, and this is actually really simple. So I find some very nice split and deveined shrimp at Aldi of all places. So I'll buy a bag of that, let it thaw, I will peel it up, and then I will put a little bit of olive oil on there along with some Old Bay hot. You can use any type of seafood seasoning that you prefer on your seafood. If I can't find Old Bay hot, I'll use Old Bay, add in some red pepper flakes, maybe a dash of cayenne, and some extra garlic, and it tastes really lovely. So I have pinwheeled these together on some stainless steel skewers that we keep in the camper at all time, because I might put beef, chicken, fish, whatever on a skewer, and it is a very fast, easy grill, something that we can do very quickly. With those, I'm going to grill up a couple of lemons so that we can drizzle that on top. And we're going to have that with these lovely Brussels sprouts that will be grilled after the shrimp on this grill pan on the grill. So I'm not using a lot of dishes. This will take very little time to clean up. And I'll share with you something that's coming out of the oven here in a moment. It's a corn casserole. And it takes a can of cream corn, a can of corn, some Jif mix, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of butter, and an egg. And that's going to be kind of the hot side dish that goes with this, that we'll have leftovers to use for the rest of the week. Okay guys, as I said, I'm going to come back and give you the finished product. So this is the corn casserole that takes very few minutes to mix. You throw it in the oven for about an hour and it cooks very nicely in any camper easy bake oven, I guarantee you. And then these are the roasted Brussels sprouts that were on the grill pan on the grill. Cannot wait to tear into those. And then these are the shrimp pinwheels and grilled lemon wedges that we have to kind of go along with that. So that is what we did tonight with very little effort. So we can't wait to dig in with a nice crisp glass of Chardonnay. Have a great night. And this would have been an indoor studio, so when it was not conducive to work outside, she worked here. Check out that fireplace. It's absolutely mammoth.
I'm surprised they use steel.
Like a skylight. I don't know if you could find this today. That's like a porcelain shower basin.
Look how short it is though.
The color of the thing is kind of like her teal color.
Yeah. You have to keep an eye out on why they have those things there. I guess it's to keep critters out and birds out, I guess.
Large hooded, H-O-O-D-E-D. This would have been pantry and storage, and 25 would have been pantry. This was the bedroom and private bath of Annie McKinnon, the housekeeper. You don't have to record that.
It's a blooper.
Oh, okay. That corner of the grill doesn't get very hot.